Well, welcome to a new Dave's Workshop Tours video, and today I'm in Melbourne's East at the Healey Factory. Don't be fooled by the name, it's not just Healeys they work on here, although there's some pretty special ones we'll see just to...
And both repair and restoration work going on across the site.
Although there's some pretty... So let's go inside and see what they're up to. Okay, Chris, what have we got here?
This is 1976 Ferrari 308 GTB fiberglass dry sump car. So that means it was an English car. Came to us a number of years ago to finish a restoration. We found out it had a poor starting point, so we had to start again, remove all the fiberglass out of body panels, rebuild the space frame, rebuild the engine, paint the car and start putting it back together.
Two restorations that have appeared online just recently. In particular, that space frame is coming from Britain. It perishes. Yes, it perishes.
Even they have an oval chassis tubing that runs through the car with 3 points. That completely rusted away.
Right. So a lot of work.
A massive amount of work.
So would you say the owner, on purchasing it from Britain, knew of these?
No, it was bought. It was actually for sale in Australia as an unfinished project. He didn't realise to the extent of what was wrong with the car, but nobody really did until we pulled it apart.
Yeah. And did that rot go all the way through the metal work underneath?
Yeah. We had to have the tubing. We sourced some from the UK, and then we had to, cut out the full length, and they were about 1.5 meters long on the car, and put complete new tubes through the car.
Wow. And how long has this process taken?
Longer than it should have. What the main problem with is trying to get Ferrari parts, dealing with Ferrari suppliers, and finding the actual parts as well. All extremely difficult.
And are they particularly difficult on this car?
No, I would say Ferrari are just a lot worse than a lot of other manufacturers.
Right. And how many hours is going to be put into this once you've put it out the door, do you think? Let's have a look at that.
I honestly couldn't tell you without looking at what we've actually done.
Yeah.
Too many.
Sure. The paint on this, has this been done in-house here?
Everything's in-house, body, the fiberglass repairs, the paint work. The car started life as a silver car when it was brand new. That's why we've redone it in the original colour. But when it arrived to us, it was in a metallic blue colour.
Oh, right. Ferrari colour?
No, just a metallic blue colour.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's like all the other paint work around that I'm seeing that's been done in-house. It's pretty spectacular. It's amazing colour. What's the name of this one? The colour? The silver?
I'd have to look it up.
Look it up, yeah. Well, there's plenty of 308s being recommissioned of late. But this one stands out a bit.
Oh, it'll be a special car once it's finished.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. Original Tirana worked on here.
XU1.
Right. Great.
Original car. Came to us mostly around about 12 months ago. Accident damage. So we've had to completely put a new front on the car. 2 guards, front panel, bonnet, inner guard, engine bed, suspension. Right. And then repaint the car as well.
And parts-wise, how difficult are these?
Trying to find genuine parts is very difficult for the early Holdens. You can get numerous aftermarket items, but genuine items is fairly difficult. We have been able to source them in the end, but it's taken some time, and also restore the parts that we've got to a usable condition as well.
And is the Australian aftermarket scene for these cars, is that?
It's enormous.
Right.
Yes, enormous. Yeah.
Parts quality?
Oh, the parts quality is not bad at all. It's not 100% correct, but it's still pretty good.
Right. Lovely. Okay, so, and this is, you say this is about
this is an insurance claim, yes. Yeah.
And a year old? It's been in the shop with you?
It'll be coming up to about a year, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, the paint, stunning bloody paint. Wow. And what about the chrome work and what have you?
No, that's all original. On the front, there's a new bumper bar that's been re-chromed to go on, and the grills have all been refurbed.
Yeah.
New headlights, indicators.
Yeah.
But from the doors backwards, it's all the original car.
Right. Right.
Waiting for the wheels coming back from being refurbed, get some new tyres on it, and then we can start the engine back up, check everything's okay, have a wheel alignment, and it's about ready to go back out then.
Great stuff. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, Chris, what have we got here?
1954 barn door combi van.
54.
54, so extremely early van.
Yeah.
I'd have to check, but I believe it was number 8 into Australia.
Oh, right.
So
Crikey.
right-hand drive, so extremely early van.
Yeah. Number 8.
Very difficult to find parts for 54s because they changed quite a lot of the items on 55, and you can get just about anything for a 55.
Right.
But 54,
Seriously?
extremely difficult.
So the parts search has gone worldwide on this one?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Okay. And where would the most parts be found? In California or this kind of thing, or Germany? Back to Germany?
Luckily on this van, most of it could be restored, so
Right.
we haven't had to get too much from overseas.
Yeah.
But the front opening windows, they'd rusted away on the van, and there's only one company in the world that make them, and they're in the UK.
Right.
So we had to have a pair of the Safari windows made in the UK for the van.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
What's-
rest of it is just about the original van but restored.
What sort of state did it come?
It was a bright orange colour with a white roof.
Uh-huh.
Been sitting for many years, but totally unmolested.
Right.
Not too much rust to deal with. Little bit in the areas where the Safari windows close. Typical lower front panel. One of the sills, and at the rear door, the hinge for the engine compartment lid.
Right. So not the complete lower half of the
No,
car.
no, no, no. It was a good van. Been on a rotisserie, so it's had everything done underneath,
Yeah.
inside out.
God, looks fantastic. Again, the paintwork, mate. The paintwork. Oh, it's complete throughout, hey? Nut and bolt job.
Nothing but every last nut and bolt, yes. And then,
What sort of use do you reckon this will get?
pardon?
What sort of use do you reckon it will get?
Minimal.
That side or the other side? Oh, yeah. And the engine. What blocks have got in there?
Original engine, all totally rebuilt.
Okay,
Back to standard.
That's a stunning piece of work again. And how long have you got left on this one, do you think?
Oh, as long as it takes. It's just a matter of, I'm waiting for the trim to be done. I'll finish off a bit of the wiring.
So do you have trimmers for different brands, different marks that you would trust stuff to?
I've got a couple of trimmers that I use, and they only do classic cars.
Right.
I've actually there's a specialist in the local area, and all he does is Volkswagens, and
Yeah.
he's doing the interior on that one for us.
Right, okay, nice one. So, CSL, that's a colour I haven't seen in this
That's the original colour.
original colour.
Yep.
Tell us what you've been doing to this one.
Total restoration of everything.
Right.
We've had to put a CSL. The L stands for lightweight, so it has aluminium bonnet, boot, and door skins.
Yeah.
In the race car version, they had perspex windows, but this was done for the mass production, so it has glass windows in it. Car came to us and the owner said, the car's ready to be painted, would you paint the car for me? So we said, yeah, drop it off. I had a look and said, well, we need to start again because the bodywork that's been done to the car isn't up to a good enough standard to start spending good money on paint. And paint's very expensive, so you're not going to waste it.
Sure.
So then it ended up that we had to put new door skins on the car, lower front sections on the front guard, on the rear guard, inner and outer sills, A and B posts, remove the two front guards and front panel, rebuild the inner support brackets in the bulkhead, put a new parcel shelf area in, and then a repaint as well. So it's been on a rotisserie. All the underneath has been done to an extremely high standard as well.
So these were they rusted through pretty easily.
Oh, any car of those eras, they never had the best of paint protections, coatings put on them. Australian cars seem to, weather a lot better than if it was a European car.
So I guess it's for you. It's been a bit of a pleasure coming over here.
Yeah, well, my background is a spray painter. So I can see the joys of what a really good paint job on a car can give somebody. So the mechanicals for this car are just about ready. Just waiting on the wiring loom to come back from being refurbed. We'll put that in, then we can drop the engine and gearbox in the car and then finish off with the trim work. All the timber work on the inside of the car has been re-veneered and finished off.
Yeah.
I've just got the windows sitting on the car at the moment with the rubbers on, just trying to get some shape into the rubber seals before we attempt to put the glass into the car.
Yeah.
We have done a couple of modifications on this car. It's got fiberglass rear bumper on the car rather than the chrome ones. It's got the boot spoiler fitted. It is going to have the roof spoiler on the car as well when it's finished right at the very end. These were also known as a Batmobile.
Batmobile, yeah.
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 So you've got the air guide on the front
Yeah,
guard.
sure. So why would you go for that the bumper?
Lightweight.
Just for the lightweight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got the front spoiler as well, rather than having bumpers on.
Yeah. And that didn't come from factory. Like they would have come chrome from factory, though.
Chrome from factory, yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So this.
And I have got the original ones. We've re-chromed them, but we've gone for a sort of a specific look with the bumpers and
loving the black
and no bumper on the front of the car.
Taking off that a little bit of chrome trim is certainly.
But the 70s colour is absolutely beautiful. It's just a standout colour.
I've just got to say, your paintwork here is just phenomenal. And I'm loving the idea this all this wood's been
I've got
as well.
Well, I've got a local chap that does that. He'll be in his 70s now, works from home. So when he goes, that's the end of an era, unfortunately, there.
Why?
But he's still doing it at the moment. I've just had another set he dropped off last week, so we'll keep him employed as long as we can.
Is he enjoying his work still? Did you reckon? Or
I reckon he does.
If you're doing it at 70, you've got to be, haven't you?
Well, he started off doing guitars and violins.
Wow.
And then he realised that market was sort of, finishing, so he went into automotive, and he's been doing automotive for around about the last 40 years.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, it's just stunning, isn't it? Just stunning. Another one. Can't wait to hear this one turn over for the first time and roll on out. Especially this colour. I mean, usually they're in silver and everything, aren't they? These three CSLs.
Yeah,
so to see one in this colour.
There's quite a lot of different shades of colour on these cars, and they seem to be in favour at the moment because I got another 2 downstairs in the panel shop that we're doing, and I've got another 2 to come to us in the future. So,
oh wow!
But they're extremely valuable cars, so
Absolutely.
they're worth spending the money on as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's come across, but I'm absolutely blown away by the quality of the paintwork at this place, let alone all the other work they do. Anyway, there's plenty more to come, including a lot more on the mechanical side of the shop. Leave your comments below on anything you've seen, and make sure you like, subscribe and share for more Dave's Workshop tours to come. In the meantime, there's plenty more videos on the channel, so why not go back and take a look, starting with this one.